Avoid spirit, right? Life is GG. So, what's your comment about this game? New to Dota, would like to know more about rotation and decision making. Like, how new to Dota? You have like 400 matches in here, and then do you have any experience in MOBAs or other games like Dota 2? Do I join the Discord call? No need to make a call. This is only analysis. Is that I'm just gonna give you my reactions towards your gameplay and decision making. Um, yeah, I'm only doing calls if it's coaching session, which is a paid one. But when it comes to the free replay analysis, it's only me talking and then giving my thoughts, reactions to the to your decision making, and then give you the pointers that you need to improve. All right. So I'm going to update it in here first. What's your rank right now? It's Guardian 1. Guardian 1. Guardian 1. Void Spirit. You played MOBA before? What kind of MOBA you played before? Is it League of Legends? Perhaps? So if that is the case, you're not gonna have a hard time when it comes to the mechanics, like pressing buttons and such. You just need to be familiarized with those spells and then knowing the power spikes of each players, or if each heroes could say. So yeah, um, let's get into the game. MOBA for years, that's good. Wait, let me check it here. Um, Stream delay, maybe. I will disable the stream delay so we can have a real time conversation. The delay in here by default is like 10 seconds. So let me try it here. I have a hard time with mechanics because it's not used to keyboard. What do you mean by the keyboard? Like the hotkeys? You mean? Nagustuhan niya yung ano, pusito? Meow nung meow. Pengi pa daw. So yeah, let's get started with your request in here. So you're playing Void Spirits, and then first thing that I've noticed is you don't have Observer Ward. So you're using Legacy Keys, if I'm not mistaken. You can actually try to disable this Legacy Key right here, because this is for the Dota 1 players. I used this because I played Dota 1 before, and then the muscle memory, I knew it from the start. So it's so hard for me to give it up. And then play with QWER, that thing. I don't know exactly. So I go for the legacy keys. So yeah, you might want to consider that, like unticking the legacy keys options, and then try to set up your hotkeys in here based on your comfort. Oh, you're not using legacy key already? That's interesting. So yeah, going back to the game, you don't have observer ward for some reason. Like, there's a potential that you'll be ganked by the Pudge. Yeah, you're actually pinging about Pudge because of the hook itself, which is will really put you in a really dangerous spot if you're not careful. Um, I don't like as well what happened in your Z is that you immediately took a skill like Resonant Pulse. It's so early for you to say that this is the spell that you're going to use, right? What if, let's say, for example, what if you got gank by all 5 heroes in here, and then you don't have escape? Maybe you could, if you hold your skill point, you could add dissimulate, and then that will prevent them from getting a first blood. You'll escape. But with Resonant Pulse, you will not be able to escape if that what happened, of course. So I will like really recommend going for the Resonant Pulse, or not just with the hero that you're playing right now, but with the overall gameplay that never level up a skill yet until you see the laning stage, until you know the hero that you're playing against with. So possibly you're gonna play against Tiny in here in this lane. So it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult when it comes to the matchup. Like, you will not be able to dissimulate when he uses the avalanche to you, which is one of the good things about Tiny. So if I'm going to say based on experience, Tiny is better against Void Spirit, at least in the lane. But when it comes to the mid game, Void Spirit will defeat the Tiny when it comes to the mobility and then the utility, like the silence. But wait, it's actually Pudge in the mid lane. So this is not the you use the Resonant Pulse to last hit the creep and then harass the enemy. But the better way of doing that is to use the Resonant Pulse to secure the range creeps. Because why secure range creeps? It's actually crucial because when it comes to the creep, look at the bounty of this Millicreeps. This is Millicreep right here. Millicreep right here. Gold bounty is 34 to 39, and the experience is 57. But look about these range creeps. 43 to 52, and then 69 bounty for the experience. So you need to prioritize the range creeps over Millicreeps. 1, it provides so much gold, and then 2, experience, and then 3, if you're able to out level the enemy when it comes to the mid lane, you might be able to threaten the other mid laner. Especially we're talking about Void Spirit, in which getting level 6 is really crucial. Once you have your level 6 on Void Spirit, you can really do a lot in the game or in the lane, because you can threaten anyone with your ultimate. So yeah, you should focus on going for Resonant Pulse in the range creeps instead of the Millicreeps only. So you are preview, if I'm not mistaken. It's fine if you're late. We already started the replay analysis. You can watch some of this because this is mid lane as well. In your replay analysis request, you played Invoker. So yeah, you can still watch this and learn from a Void Spirit's perspective. Although the rank is much lower than you, but the thoughts for me is 6k MMR player. So yeah, let's go back in here. I actually missed something. So here, like what I mentioned, when it comes to the range creeps, you need to make sure that you will able to secure it. And then here, I don't like what you're trying to do in here. You're trying to contest the creeps in here, like denying. But the better thing for you to do in this game, or in this lane in particular, is actually go back in here in your tower and then start body blocking it. Start body blocking, because if you're not gonna body block the creeps, your Millicreeps will be here, and then your range creep is gonna be playing in the low ground, and it's still in favor of your of the Pudge enemy when it comes to the lane equilibrium. So see it right here. Your range is in low ground, and then you cannot deny, you cannot easily show your face in there, because whenever you go, Pudge is trying to go on you. If you decided to attack the Pudge, the creep wave will actually aggro you. Since your creeps are dying under tower, you're getting outnumbered when it comes to the creeps, and then when you try to aggro the creeps, you're actually receiving more damage compared to the Pudge. So creep equilibrium is really important, especially for the mid lane. So yeah, you can actually try to deny this, but I don't think you will be able to. Yep. So you didn't even try to aggro the creeps in here, but it's still fine. This is actually advantageous, and you failed to last at the range, and then you, what? Don't waste your mana, Zed. Never waste your mana. Especially you don't have any spells yet, or any sustain yet, which is bottle. Yeah, last hitting. You need to improve about last hitting. Third? Oh, it's denied again. Possibly the punch will get faster level 3 and then level 6 than you. If this thing continues. And you don't have any more mana. You cannot even escape with Dissimulate later on. Okay, there is the water rune now, and you even go for level 2 resonant pulse. If the Pudge actually realize that you don't have mana or you don't have any more sustain, he can actually go on you and then kill you. Why would he go for hook in there instead of just walking in there? But yeah, it's good thing. This is actually good practice. Always check the items or the inventory of the enemy mid laner. Like, you realize you only have like 2 Tango and then 1 Windlace. And then, why are you so afraid? It's only Grimstroke. It's actually even too far. And it feels to me that you don't... wait. This is actually important mechanic. Are you aware of the Crypt aggro? Yeah, you're doing the aggro, which is good. Because even when the Grimstroke is in there, you can actually do the Crypt aggro to pull the creeps and then be in the safe spot. You don't need to be playing in here because of the Grimstroke. Grimstroke was way too far. He doesn't have Ether Lens early on, or even Blink Dagger to catch you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Learned it recently, that's nice. That's good, that's good. That's good that you know the creep aggro. Because it's really important, especially with the mid lane. So, see what's happening in here. Like, you're getting out sustained in the lane, and then you're always out of mana. This is actually something that you should be concerned of, because if this Pudge is a Smurf, you'll get stomped even with level 2 or level 1 because of better crypt micromanagement. You only denied once. So sit right there, look at the levels. Look at the levels. He is level 5 already. Once you get level 6, you will die in this lane. You need to refill your bottle now, or even try to deny as well. And you are going to die. Fairy Fire. Holy shit, Pudge is so... What the fuck is this Pudge doing? Good thing that your enemy committed a mistake, but again, in higher MMR bracket, this should not happen. It's just stupid of this Pudge to actually go on you. And he didn't even stop the rot earlier than he should be. You should take the bounty runes now instead of just farming in here, like not actually bounty but the water runes, so you can refill like all of your HP and mana. Yep, you should do it. Another trick as well, Zed, that you can do is by putting the stats item, especially with the strength stats and the intelligence strat, to the backpack, and then use the bottle, you know, to heal you. It's more efficient when it comes to restoring HP and mana. Backpack, or drop it on the ground if you have something like Mango, you know, those things, or even a magic one. So yeah, you should not be denying right now. You should take this another water rune in here. So yeah, you got faster level 6 because of the mistake of the enemy. I wonder what you're gonna do in this game after this, after you got this level 6. What are you doing? There's no need for you to run in here to the here. Like, he already used the hook. Wait. I think you're not able to scout it because of the fog. I'm using free camera earlier. So here, yeah, you see the projectile in here. So that means he used hook, and that means you don't need. It will be on cooldown for like 13 seconds if it's still level 1. Not actually. Nah, they actually. It's not 13 seconds anymore. 21, 18. So it's 16. So you can actually bully the Pudge at this point. Like, he doesn't have way of damaging you, like nuking you, aside from the mid hook and then Rot, which is damage overtime thing. And then he doesn't have like level 6. And what you did in here is that you actually push out the lane. What will happen in here is that since you push out the lane, he will farm safely under tower and then he will get level 6. Because at this point of the game right now, you should put up the pressure to this Pudge. You can actually even try to harass him or zone him because you get level 6. You are much, much stronger than this Pudge because you have level 6. He only has like 2 spells, Meat Hook and then Rot.
Mission middle.
While you have 4, actually 5 spells that you can use. And then with the proper mana management, you can actually use everything. And then kill the Pudge like this. One more. He didn't even bite you, which is good.
Minor correction.
So this Pudge is not really good when it comes to the mid lane matchup. Maybe it's a new player as well. This Pudge, yeah, he is a new player as well. But we're seeing that you are a much better player than him at this point of the game.
May the drow
Way better
safe.
because you're able to kill him twice. Although when it comes to his lane mechanics, like last hitting, denying, he's actually better than you.
Don't
And you decided to go for a gank in here. Pudge is actually even in here. You decided to go for the Witch Doctor, and then possibly you're going to die in here because you don't have anything. You can go for the Simulate actually. You can actually go for the Simulate and then survive in there. If you go for the Simulate, you'll survive. The Tiny doesn't have any more spells. And Pudge is trapped in there because of the frost arrows on the Drow Ranger. They will not be able to escape the Drow Ranger. So, spell usage as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
Dissimulate, if you're dissimulated, you will survive. You will get the experience from this, from killing Pudge. And then Tiny doesn't have any more spells to kill you. And it's not worth it because you only died for a Witch Doctor, which is only a support. Yeah, it is really a big mistake. Because look at the golds difference. Like 337 golds from killing you, and then killing the Pudge is only 200 golds. It's because of the difference between you and the Pudge, like with the net worth, and then who's the hero that is going to kill the your hero. Last hitting. Yep, you should focus on farming the neutral items by now instead of ganking. Like, if you want to gank right now, it's gonna take so much time for you to do the rotation and then go back in the lane.
Dire's courier has been
Just go farm. Here's the thing, Zed. You managed to get ahead of the Pudge, but you need to abuse the fact that you are destroying this Pudge. Right? You need to abuse that info because here you only you went for the PL, which is 200 gold kill, but what happened in the lane is that you actually missed like 2 creeps, the 2 creep wave. Let's go back in here. So you cleared the wave, go to top, like look at the time, 7:30, right? This is the first wave.
Dire's courier has been slain.
I think you will only miss 1 wave. That's a mistake because you already cleared it.
He's under attack. Dire's
Is it actually 2 waves or? So you missed 1 wave already. So this is the second wave,
tower is
right?
under attack.
Second wave.
Structures are
You're actually missing 2 creep waves
Dire's
with that
tower
rotation, and then you only get 200 golds. Whereas here, let's say you'll have like 40 times 3, 6, 40 times 6. It's like 240 golds and then 2 range creeps, which is say 50. So it's quite a lot. 240, 340, and then solo experience. The solo experience is actually much higher with those 2 set of waves. Although you will be able to TP in here, but you don't have TP anymore, which is 100 golds as well. Although it's actually good that you went back in here, but you did not finish what you started, like pushing the wave or pushing the tower. So yeah, ganking is nice, but you need to take that gank into objective because it's not gonna be worth it if you just gank and then just go back to the lane. It's not gonna be worth it. So if you keep playing in here in the mid lane, you'll destroy this Pudge.
Into the void.
If you are here in the mid lane
Tower
earlier,
is not what it used to be.
you already killed the Pudge, and then possibly you already took the tier 1 mid. Possibly pressure the tier 1 mid as well. Because if you pressure this mid lane, like if you watch pro games, like DPC matches, they value the mid tower so much. One of the main reason is that once the tower is gone, you can easily rotate from here and to here, which is more map control for your team. So look at the map in here. Let's say your mid tier 1 is still up, and then the enemy wants to rotate to the bottom to kill the Drow Ranger. What they need to do is they need to play right here. They will not try to farm aggressively in here because you still have the tower that they can that you guys can TP. But if this tower is gone, they can push the lane in here, farm the wave in here, and then rotate in here, which is much bigger when it comes to the resources and then space. So yeah, the rotation is not really. So why did this Pudge try to hook you in there? Possibly he has vision. I actually like your mechanical skills when it comes to the Void Spirit. Like, you were able to land the combo with the Astral Remnant thing, and then dissimulate. The combo is really nice. The mechanical skills with your spell usage is nice. Like with the execution, it's nice. But you're failing to realize the cooldowns of the spells of the enemy as well, not just with your hero. So, again, the Pudge tried to hook you from here, so possibly they have vision in here. Where is it? Possibly they have vision? Where's the vision? Is it just a... What the fuck?
Regeneration.
There's no way that he will just blindly hook you in there. How did it happen though? Yeah, they really have vision in here. On the dire side. And then you died in there. Wait, where is it? Replay bug? Oh, it just expired. It just expired. So that is why. It just expired. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, look at the net worth in here, Zed. You're really ahead of the whole heroes in here, but you're not using the advantage into objectives. You know, you should transition your advantage into objectives, which means more space for your team. And if you, this is called Defense of the Ancients. Because it doesn't matter how much kills you got, as long as the throne is alive, you can still win the game. Not because you have this 6-2-1 score, it doesn't mean that you already win the game. This is the good thing about Dota. Even if you keep killing the guys in the game, but they destroyed your throne, they still win because that's the game. That's the name of the game. And yeah, I feel like you're really rotating so much. If you want to rotate, maybe go for the objective, not just with the kills and then go back in lane. And then you're going for the first item Aghanims. One of the good things about Aghanims is that you'll have more charges when it Resonant Pulse, and then you'll be able to silence the guys. Especially the PL, since he doesn't have Manta Style early on. He cannot dispel the silence, and then you can kill the PL, which is their win condition because that's their carry. But when it comes to the Pudge and then Tiny, I don't think you can actually do a lot of damage to them if you go for the Resonant Pulse or with the Aghanim's build. You can only silence them, but you cannot easily kill them because of their tankiness. You're dead. That's a bummer. So the Pudge is actually getting more and more in this game. Although it shouldn't be allowed to happen, but it is happening right here. And we want to rotate again. Rotate, rotate, rotate. You need to remember this. The towers will never respawn, but the creeps will always respawn at a given time. So if you kill the tower, it will not respawn. But yeah, you will have more space for you to farm and for you to be safe. So you've been staying in here in the bottom. Now you're going to mid, which is good. So you're really rotating so much. Kill the Grimstroke. You're going to die. Good thing. The damage is enough. So you're alive. Runes maybe? Bounty runes? 15 minutes? Yep. Please don't rotate to the top. Finish the tower first, and yeah, they finish the tower. You don't have follow-up in here. I don't think you can kill him. Yep. Access here. Astral Step. It's too dangerous now. You should stop it now. I mean, if it's only PL, you can actually do it, but I don't really think that you can do a lot of damage and kill the PL in there, even if you use all of the spells. So now this is actually much better because the rotation is transitioned into the push of the tier 1 tower. The PL could die if you go again. But yeah, he dodged the damage. PL is dead. Nice. Get out, get out. You should TP now, or actually you can get neutral items as well. I don't know why you're not taking it. Maybe you forgot it. But this one has been there for quite some time, like those three. The best item for you here to take is, since you use so much mana, I would say the Keen Optic. Keen Optic or the Faded Brooch for your mana sustain. Broom Handle, it's tier 1 only. Nether Shawl is actually good on you because of the magic damage, like spell damage. And then the magic resistance for you to survive. Because the only physical damage that they will deal in this game is with the Death Ward of the Witch Doctors, which is an ultimate, and then PL's right clicks. But everything is physical, magical. Grimstroke, go for Grimstroke. Yep. Go again. Go for Pudge. Don't farm, go for Pudge. I mean, there's X. They're gone. So you got Aghanims now, which is a really good item. You should look into fights because you're so strong, and then they cannot dispel the silence. Go, yep. Easy. Look at the Pudge as well. You should die. Nah, you don't want to. Go for the outpost. Mess up with the PL. You're dead. They have vision in there. That's for sure. It seems like this is Southeast Asia because of the name itself. And then the guild, like Dasma. Like Dasmariñas Cavite. Yeah, which is in the Philippines. So this is in C, for sure. Channel Shroud, and then you're going for BKB. You actually forgot to refill your bottle in here. Maybe if you get some runes. They already took it. Tiny going to die. Yep. You should find their PL. That's the highest skill priority right here. PL is their win condition. PL is their carry. But you need +1. You cannot afford to just do these things. Yep. What just happened? This is good. This is good. This is good that you're able to kill the PL. But in reality, the PL is just bad. Because PL decided to fight you instead of just run away. And then he didn't look into the map that Warlock is missing and then Axe is coming as well. So he died. If the PL actually just get back, like go in here, I don't think you can chase the PL. I don't really think that you can chase the PL in there. If the PL just decided to retreat instead of trying to turn around. And then you're going for BKB. I don't like the BKB build like early on with a Void Spirit because you're having mana issues, and then BKB will. They have BKB piercing spells, which is Dismember of Podge, and then Soulbind of this Grimstroke. And when it comes to their magical damage, the tiny Blink Dagger and then the combo is the BKB will not help you against that because it's a burst damage and then you'll be stunned first before you'll be able to use the BKB. So the only way, or the good thing about the BKB in this game is it will prevent the Grimstroke spells like the Phantom's Embrace from silencing you or even damaging you with the stun as well. And here with the nuke. Also with the stun on the paralyzing cast and then Maledict. But when it comes to the Void Spirit, you can actually dodge those things with the Simulate. Like dodge the disjoint the Phantom's Embrace, disjoint the paralyzing cast, and then they will not be able to kill you. You cannot use a Dissimulate on the Avalanche of the Tiny, which is really good, and of course Dismember. So yeah, I would not recommend going for the BKB early on. I would recommend something like Eul Scepter. Aside from Eul Scepter, when it comes to the Eul Scepter, you can use it for setting up as well. Like Eul's into Azure Remnant. And then it gives you mana regen and then movement speed. And then 10 intelligence, which is more damage to you since you're Int Hero main. So Eul Scepter of Divinity is a really good build up for your damage and your sustain on the mana. BKB will not achieve that. BKB will only give you like 10 strength and then damage 24. But it's way too early. And aside from Eul Scepter, I'm thinking of something like Kaya and Sanch. Kaya and Sanch. Status resistance, intelligence, and then strength for stats. And then the mana regen amplification. That's really good for sustaining your mana as well and surviving. Because with your setup right now, Zed, you always go for the Astral Step and then Azure Remnant. If the enemy is more coordinated, they can actually punish you for not having Astral Steps in the game. I'm kind of new, but I don't know the items. It's fine. You can use the guide and then be familiar with all of the items like options, and then you'll improve over time. So yeah, with this kind of game, you could actually go for those routes. My team Peter, we just have one carry. I mean, even in the Immortal bracket, we only have one carry. There's no way that we will have like 2 carries at the same time. It's not gonna happen. It's like griefing or throwing if we have more than one carry. I don't know what this Tiny is talking about. So this is what I'm talking about, right? If the fight is going to be prolonged, you will not be able to contribute to anything because you have mana issues and then you have Astral Step issues. Because you keep using Astral into Azure Remnant for setups, which is kind of costly. You don't have mana. You can actually magic one and then go for Resonant Pulse, and then PL is dead. But yeah, he died nonetheless, so it's still fine. So you're going for BKB, okay. Using the bottle now. Illusions. Baiting. Microing as well, nice. So yeah, you have the other neutral items in here as well, but you're not really taking anything aside from broom handle. Quickening charm. Quickening charm is actually good on you. Finally, you heard me. But they will have like others. It's actually good. Psychic headband on you because you're int, and then it will give you bonus intelligence plus 16%, and then that means you have more damage. And then the cast range as well. That means you can leap far forward now because of the cast range. Yep, like this. As a remnant. So far, the enemy is not abusing. I mean, you have BKB in there, but they're not abusing your cooldowns. So they're blaming each other now. They don't want to play anymore. Silence, nice. Easy kill. Why he's even TPing in there? He just wants to end the game. So, then it feels like we're not going to learn anything from here. So, look at here as well. There's another mechanics that you should learn. The root mechanic, the leash mechanic. If you got leash like this, you will not be able to use the dissimulate, or even the astral step, to get out of the leash or root. So this is one of the reasons why I want you to go for a Eul Scepter, because this is a good source of dispel. Good source of dispel. So yeah. I feel like if I go in, I get Tiny Stun and Grim Silence and I get killed. Yeah, for sure. BKB is good. But again, this one is much cheaper. 2.7. This one is 4K. Kaya and Sanj, finally. You killed the item. So I feel like we're not going to learn anything from this game in particular because you already are winning the game, and then the enemy keeps on committing the same mistakes over and over again, and they gave up already. Like they keep saying end. They are tilted. Although they're actually fighting because this is Southeast Asia. But yeah, only 10 minutes into the game and then the game is gonna be over. You died. 1K. Look at the gold reward in there. 1.1. So what's happening here? So yep, Tiny is in here. You only have one astral step. You even use the Elder Remnant. Yeah, you're going to die in here. Execution. So yeah, if the enemy is way better, they could easily kill you. Like if the enemy is coordinating with their spells, like Tiny's Blink Dagger and then Grimstroke, you'll not have a game in this match. Like you'll just keep on feeding them. Especially they will they know that you're farming BKB. It's way too costly. They can abuse that window while you're farming your BKB to keep on killing you, but it didn't happen. So, yep. I'm going to end the replay analysis in here on your replay, Zed, because we are not going to learn anything from here. And then I see here that you win the game. So, the game just played by itself, you know? You just push the advantage and then that's it. And it finished the game. I wonder if you have any questions for me, Zed, before we end this analysis of your game. If you don't have any questions, we are just going to summarize what are the things that you should work on. You don't have any better replay? It's fine if you don't have better replay.
Dire structures
As long as we are seeing the opportunities for you to work on, we can still improve your impact into the game. Can you tell me about rotation? Yeah, sure. When it comes to the rotations, there are things that you need to put up in your mind. Like, let's say, if you're going to rotate, in this game, you're rotated to bottom lane, right? With your double damage on Void Spirit, you need to you need to ask yourself if is it really worth it for you to rotate in the bottom lane, or you just want to keep on farming and then get your item timing. Because what happened in there is that the rotations produce some kills and results for sure, but it actually delayed your item timing. Because if you just keep on playing in the mid lane and then go for the neutrals, you can easily farm your Aghanims for like, I don't know, way faster than here. Like 19 minutes Aghanims is good in your bracket, but in higher MMR bracket, they will not go for those rotations. They will just keep on farming until they have their core items, and then once they have the core items that they needed, let's say Aghanim Scepter on you, you can really mess up with anyone in this particular game. So here's the thing. Look at the Tiny's Blink Dagger. 17 minutes. But the problem with the Tiny is that once he got the Blink Dagger, he didn't even try to kill you and stop you from farming the your Aghanims. Because in higher MMR players or bracket, they will check the items of the enemies and see their progress and what are they up to. And once they realize that you are going for the Aghanims, they're going to make a move and then punish you and delay your item timing. But what happened in this game is that you're pretty much, doing whatever you want, and then the enemy is not punishing you, which is good. But I don't want you to be this kind of confident, because in upcoming games or in higher bracket, you will not be able to do this, and then you will be useless because you're rotating without any items. Yeah, for sure. I actually recommend you to, when it comes to the rotation, you need to realize, like, conditions. What's the win condition of the enemy, and what's their kind of space creator that will carry them into the mid game and then into the late game. But when it comes to the PL, you cannot easily punish the PL because you don't have Aghanims yet. You don't have the silence yet, and there's no. There's Blink Dagger on Axe, but there's not enough damage. So that's why you can play with the Axe to punish this PL, because he doesn't have the way of surviving. Look at here, like, he doesn't even have Manta Style, so he got no way of dispelling the silence, and then he will die in there. Yeah, you just need to ask those questions by yourself, Zed. Because every match it's different. There are times that the rotation will actually be the game winning, but in this, like in this game in particular, it is actually game winning because the enemy is just flaming each other. Whenever the gank succeed on your part, they are not, or they're actually flaming each other. But in higher MMR bracket, even if you rotate it so much and you don't have items, they will really punish you for it. So yeah, just put those things in your mind before you make a move, and I am sure that you'll be able to be wise when it comes to the rotation. And also, you need to make sure that every rotations that you do is worth it your time, worth it your efforts, like resources. And is it worth it to leave the Pudge alone in the mid lane? The answer is pretty sure yes, because Pudge is recovering. You went to top, but you didn't even finish the tower, so it's not that worth it. So yeah, just questions yourself. about it. I mean, in pro games, they will really put an emphasis about defending their win condition. But in this game, they don't care if the PL is getting ganked. They don't even try to secure space for the PL. So yeah, any questions? And I hope that answered your question, Zed. The bottle heal mechanic. I mean, I can show it to you. So basically, if you have less stats, or if you don't have stats items, you will be able to heal more. Because when it comes to the bottle in here, read it here.
Prepare for battle.
It restores 115 health and 65 mana over 2.5 seconds. Right? 2.5 seconds.
It seems
So let's say I'll drop the HP for like 200 in here.
a premonition.
So 140. 140. 260.
With purpose.
140 to 260. So that's like 200.
Come sooner.
But let's have some stats. Let's say agonyms.
I must admit, occasionally
So it's like 180.
it seems promised.
180 to 310. 180 to 310. So in the second one, you have like 130 HP increase, and then this one is like 120. But let's remove the agonyms in here.
Know the way.
Wait, let me put it here, 180 to 310. So
In preparation.
420. 420, and then bottle 420. 420 to 620. See the difference right there? See the difference right there, Zed? If you remove the stats that you have, you will... If you remove the stats,
Manual relocation.
let's put it here. It will lower your HP at that point.
Other options are mere illusion.
So here, 730,
None see the threat that
960. So it will give you like more than 200 when it comes to the heal if you remove your stats first and then put it back. So that's something that you should abuse when it comes to the efficiency of the stats thing.
aspect of myself. No mortal hand may touch.
Is it clear to you now, Zed? Like the stats thing?
Must be attentive.
That's why I recommend you to do it. Because it will be more efficient when it comes to healing yourself. Not just with the HP, also with the mana. See it right here, it's 200 when you remove it.
I walk.
The value itself, it's really high. Really efficient. So yeah, any follow-up questions for me, Zed?
Long have my celestial brothers beckoned.
It works on branch too? Yes, it works on branch. Any stats item. When I say stats item, let's say it here. Any item that will give you bonus strength, intelligence, you should remove it before healing yourself. To gain more stats or healing. PL is really good jungler, Molly. It's the same thing with with the Terrorblade thing. Terrorblade is really quick with the farm. PL is only quick with the farm once he has the juxtapose, like the ulti. I see, got it. Thank you. You're welcome, Zed. So I'm going to put a check mark on your analysis request in here, and then I'll let you try to practice those things, and then send me a feedback if it's helpful or not.